Once upon a time, I had happiness. She was here. We were together. And I knew what happiness was. That's a song I know where I know that from. It's from Memory, from Cats. I remember the time I knew what happiness was. Let the memories live again. Remember the time I knew what happiness was. Oh. So you knew what happiness was a year ago, but you don't know what it is today? Did you forget? Did you forget, or did you look upon happiness as some physical thing that stimulated you to feel a certain way? Think about that one for a minute as I take a water break. High vibration energy water. What is it? 9+ electrolytes. Good stuff. Okay, so let's get back to the question. So when you ask someone, are you happy? If I ask you, are you happy? Let me ask you guys, are you happy? Well, sure you are, because you're in energy awareness training class and you're in high vibrational energy. So of course you're happy. But just for sake of saying, are you happy? What does the average person do? The average person says, am I happy today? Well, weather's nice, sunny outside, yeah, and football game on later. I had a good breakfast. Yeah, I'm happy. Sure, I'm happy. Or I ask somebody else, are you happy? And they go, I'm not happy. Well, why not? Go, my boyfriend left me. Or my girlfriend said she wants to date other guys. Or they're laying off people at my work. I'm not happy. God forbid it could be me. So the model for happiness, isn't it funny? Here we go through all the school and nobody ever taught us about happiness, taught about what it is, what it isn't. It just, it blows me away, actually. 12 years of private school and college and university, and now they're starting to study it, happiness through mindfulness. But when we were kids, no way. So let's talk about this happiness. What is happiness? Okay, we're going to be talking about this in terms of energy, because that's the only way any of this makes sense. It's the only way anything in life makes sense if you look upon it energetically. Because if you don't look on it energetically, if you're just trying to figure it out, it makes no sense. It makes no sense that you're happy one minute, not happy the next. It makes no sense that good things happen for some people and God forbid tragedy happens to other people. Makes no sense. And that's where people move into what this guy wrote me about feeling apathy. What's it all about? Well, what's the use? Why even try? In my office, I have a lot of people come who are tremendously famous, and them all: movie, TV stars, music people, people who you would think have everything. You think, hey, you've got $1 million, you got your mansion, you got, you're married, or you have kids, or you're single. And they're not happy, and they come so much of the work I do is with people just feeling empty inside and just going, what's it all about? And what triggers that? Some event usually triggers that. Maybe they lose lose a parent, or maybe their career isn't as successful as it was last year, or they feel a sense of dread, or they keep reliving old memories and old traumas that come up that's interfering with their work. I'm just blown away. I sat across from the table. I can't mention names, but I've sat across from the table from a lot of people just going, wow, 10 years ago I thought I thought you had it made. And the reality is that every human being has to deal with this energy. Whether you call it energy or not, you can call it emotions, you can call it your feelings, you can call it your purpose, but whatever it is, all human beings have to deal with that at some point or the other. And you get faced with, what's it all about? right? What's it all about, Alfie? Why are we here? What's the purpose of this? Why do we live? Why do we die? What happens to you after you? Oh. So you have a lot of opinions about what happens, and that's where religion comes in. And not knocking religion, religion's fine. What we do here has nothing to do with religion, but that's one answer where people try to find the answers of what the purpose is, and they have certain beliefs and viewpoints about why things happen. And I'm all great. If that works for you, fantastic. Other people believe that there's nothing to believe in. There, people who are atheists or skeptics, they call them. There's even a skeptic society, and it says, there's no God, there's no afterlife, and all those. You're just a helpless little human worm, and you're gonna live for a split second, and then you go back in the ground. Okay, well, that's another way of looking at it. But if you look at it that way, it doesn't feel too good, does it? And maybe that the guy who wrote me about that, maybe he read some of those columns. But whatever they are, there's no denying that energy is a scientific reality. And I'm not talking about fossil fuels or windmills or stuff like that. No. And I'm not talking about new age, fairies, crystals, and all that kind of quote woo-woo stuff. I'm talking to you about basic science. We are energetic beings. There's no two ways about it. And that energy can be measured. Now, how it works is a little bit more subjective, because science is unable to move into the unknown because there are a lot of variables there. And it's just so important. Part of our lives that we live in is a logical, linear world. Like the guy who contacted me said, I'm doing everything, my parents told me to do to be happy. I'm educated, I got a job, I'm making money, I'm dating, and I'm not happy, and I'm not fulfilled. Oh, okay. So there's something beyond the normal day-to-day life that there's a yearning for inside us, a need to know, a need to have purpose, a need to feel that we're connecting to something or someone, etc. Now, all of that is in the non-linear or non-logical worlds that we live in. And if you've got troubles, or if you're dealing with something, you're usually dealing with it in a non-linear, non-logical way. And that includes relationships, falling in love, falling out of love, relationships. How many of you have been in relationships where stuff that happened and made no sense, or somebody would come be attracted to you, or somebody would leave you, or whatever it is? It just makes no sense. Why? I don't know. You're in the non-linear, non-logical realm. Loss, losing something, God forbid, whether it's a person, place, or thing that we're not prepared for. Hey, that shouldn't have happened. I did the thing that people should do to be happy, and this thing happened to me, which unexpected, or this setback or this loss. That shouldn't have happened. Why did it happen? And what's the result of that happening? Usually when things happen that we don't want, or away from what we expected, we become unhappy. Isn't that right? We become, hey, that's not right. That shouldn't have happened. In football, I watch a lot of sports, because sports is a great metaphor for energy. Most of sports, you can see energetic patterns take place on the football field or on the court. It's very fascinating. But one of the things you notice is that a team's trying to score a touchdown, and the quarterback throws the ball, and the guy intercepts it, and he runs back and scores 6 points the opposite direction. Called pick six. That's not what he wanted to have happen. He was trying to get the ball to the guy to make score for his point. He didn't want the other team to get it and score. That's not what I wanted. Oh, I'm not happy. Why did it happen? So do you see that this is the way life works? Great metaphor, by the way. Sports, great metaphor for life. You know, all the analogies of trying to move the ball or getting intercepted or getting shut down or striking out or, hitting a home run. Those are all metaphors for different things in life. So today's lesson, by the way, is this making sense to you guys? Hey, Dave's with us. Glad you're with us. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I got a new do. Thanks. Get one. Get one every so often. So I decided to spiff it up today. Okay, happiness. So we're talking energetically now about happiness. So we define happiness in terms of energy. And this will make all the sense to you in the world, and you'll see why I love teaching energy awareness training. Because we have two energy fields that we're in, high vibration or low vibration. Happiness, joy, peace, abundance, fulfillment, feeling whole, complete, all good stuff, high vibrational energy. Low vibration energy, not feeling good, stuck, worried, anxious, got a problem, have self-attack, self-defeating thoughts. Remember I talked about how your thoughts can turn against you? Well, I'm happy to say that you're not the only one whose thoughts have turned against them. We all experience that. We all experience thoughts in our head that put us down. A thought that you have a thought in your head that says you're no good, or that you don't deserve it, or that you're a klutz, or that you'll never be happy. Where did those thoughts come from? Holy smokes. In my own head, why am I thinking that? Now, let me ask you a question. Do you choose those thoughts? Do you choose to think, oh, I'm not worthy. Oh, I'll never be loved. Oh, life is just so tough. All of those thoughts, remember, thoughts have an energy to them. Feelings have an energy to them. Emotions, behaviors, they all have energies. Now, when you're not energetically aware, you're in a reactive place. You're in a reactive place and accepting a lot of unhappiness and misery, because there are these two forces in us, and they're constantly influencing us. And the high vibration energy thoughts you get are the thoughts that say, hey, I want to do more today. I want to be more. I want to achieve more. I want to have more money. I want to have a great relationship, all the good stuff. And all the stuff that is plaguing you is the low vibration energy. Now, this low vibration energy contacts you every day. Contacts you, it delivers, comes to you. Should knock on the door and say, hello. Yeah, low vibration energy here. Come with your daily supply of negative thoughts, negative memories, negative emotions. And our purpose here is to make you suffer, is to take you down, is to ruin your day. Let me in. Let me in. You think I'm being funny, but I'm not. That's the way it works. Every day we get a fresh delivery of new low vibration energy thoughts that don't make us feel good. And every thought we have has an energy to it. There's an energy to every thought. So if I have an energy, it's a beautiful day. I'm going outside. It's going to be wonderful. That energy creates an energy in me, and it's either a high vibration or a low vibration. It's either a thought of expansion, of goodness, of moving higher, moving out, feelings of kindness and joy and happiness, or it's another feeling of worry. How about the thought of, oh, did I leave the stove on? Did I leave the burner on this morning in the kitchen? Oh, no. Now, notice that thought. Oh, no. Worry, fear, anxiety, stress, doubt. And then there's a force that says, you dummy, you left the stove on. Or maybe you did. I don't know if you didn't, but you're so dumb you can't even remember if you did or you didn't. And if the stove's on, you're going to burn the whole house down. You better stop what you're doing and run home. What energy is that? That is low vibration energy, worry, doubt, fear, stress. And that thought has an energy to it. It ignites an energy inside of you. Oh no. And now look at, what am I doing? I'm constricting. I'm worrying. And I have a feeling, and it's not a good feeling. So we have these two energies influencing us every day. Now, if you're energetically untrained, you'll think that those low vibration energy thoughts that are planted in your head, yes, planted in your head, are your thoughts. So when you ever have a whacked out thought, I tell my famous story about driving across the Golden Gate Bridge, from San Francisco, and there's 2 lanes going each way, and I'm having a great. Has this ever happened to you? You're having a great day, and you're listening to the voice in your head going, it's got a critique and it's got a comment on everything. So I'm driving across the bridge, and it says, "Hey, look at that view, man. That's a nice looking view." Yeah. It says, "Hey, the car's running pretty good." Yeah. Man, you're probably making good time. Yeah. And it says, "Why don't you cross the divider and drive head on into the other side of the cars going the other way?" What? Why don't I what? Why don't I drive in the other? I'd have an accident. God forbid, I could kill myself. Head on collision. Why would I think that? Where'd that thought come from? That's not my thought. You get some whacked up and go, wow, where'd that come from? So what normally happens is we start to beat ourselves up with, God, how could I think something like that? What's wrong with me? Maybe I'm screwed up. Oh gosh, oh my God, I need to take a pill or go see someone. No, that's the process that we're all in. It's the energetic process that we're in this world. In that these energies attempt and do control us every day. But most of them, especially the low vibration energy, they work underground. It's like the iceberg, 10% above the water you can see, 90% of the iceberg you can't see. It's below the water. But the Titanic wasn't sunk by the 10% it could see, it was sunk by the 90% it could see. So the awareness, why I call this work energy awareness training, is you want to be aware of what's going on inside you. So you have an energetic operating system that's taking place inside you. And it's programmed to certain frequencies, certain vibrations, and it's reacting to the things that you've been through in your life. And some say it started, the things that you went through when you were a child. We've all had varied experiences, but all of us have had challenge, and all of us have had trauma and upsetting emotions. What do I mean by that? I mean, we've all experienced stuff that we weren't prepared to deal with, that overwhelmed us and that brought us into a place of tremendous fear, worry about we're going to survive, worry about what's going to happen. And it could be something as regular as being made fun of in school. The teacher makes fun of you and calls you a dummy in front of the whole class. Boy, and I had that experience. Maybe you have had too, or when you're ridiculed or fighting on the playground. It can even come before that. In the science of epigenetics, it shows that a lot of the negative traits that people are exhibit are inherited from their ancestors, from your relatives. Hey, thanks a lot, great grandpa. Right? Okay. So, see, no one ever told us this. What? I've got an energy field inside me that's influencing me and I don't know it. How can that be? Well, I can simply illustrate it by any change that you wanted to make in your life, whatever it is that you failed at. We're coming off of New Year's resolutions here. And New Year's resolutions are dropping like flies. People wanted to lose weight, or they wanted to stop smoking or eat better, whatever it is. Going into the second week here of January, people that kept it for 1 week and now they're struggling with it. Well, what's happening? Well, this illustrates the different forces in us, because there's a force in you. I call it an energy. You can call it a motivation, you can call it a direction, you can call it a frequency, whatever you want. It's an entity or an energy that wants to pull you in one direction. right? It wants to pull you in the direction of happiness, and you think, well, if I lose weight, then I'm going to be happy. Or if I uh, uh, eat better, I'm going to be happy, right? Okay. But there's another force that says, do it later. It's a nice day. You can cheat on your diet. We'll work out tomorrow. The inner tug of war taking place. Now, if you're not energetically aware and understand what these energies are, how they work, and how to overcome them, you'll just think, okay, I'll work out tomorrow. Yeah, okay, I'll start my diet next week. Yeah, okay, I'll put it off. Not realizing that the thought that you had to blow off your workout or to cheat on your diet or to skip doing what you committed to doing is actually an energy that's trying to influence you, to pull you in a certain direction. So important. Man, I'm giving you gold here, you guys.